Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to my stream. Um, as you can see, I'm like already in a cutscene. Um, I accidentally triggered this cutscene while trying to go to my next location, so I decided to go ahead and start the stream here. We are currently on our way to go Mog the 12th. So that'll be fun. Let's see how that goes. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this pure Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs. You're no better than the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his king's Moogles. He plots treason against the crown. Enough. Kuplo Kop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Moogle Mog the 12th. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. The king is planning to purge the 12's woods of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thorn March is deep within the Bramble Patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the war. But be warned, the Moogles Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. Should you fail to defend them or move too far away, you'll return, where you may rendezvous with them. Okay. Yay, escort missions. Gotta love it, right? Alright, so... take care of some fungus. Okay. I'm worried that he will not be following me. He's so cute though. Look how cute he is. A little cutie. I wish I had like a Moogle follower. Darn, okay. Okay, follow me. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Yo, don't hurt my friend. That guy's gonna attack me, I think. Or not. Oh, good. I can probably just run and he'll follow me, but like I'm just nervous, so we're just gonna take a stroll through the garden, right? Yeah. Just taking a stroll with my axe. Ah, that one too? Alright, let's do this, Kuplo Cop. Kuplo Cop is the Moogle that actually spoke to me at the very, very, very beginning of the game. So we're pretty close to this guy. He's like the main character of Moogles. Hi! Welcome to my stream. If you're a new person, please give me a follow if you like my stuff. I'll let you decide whether or not you like my stuff. But, if you're not a new person, welcome back to my stream. I'm happy you're here. We're here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an aetheryte, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. Alright, here's the next thing. Let's see how well this goes. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Alright. This is to fight good King Moogle Mog the 12th. Let's figure out where that is. Here we go. Thorn March. Okay. Well, let's hope that it doesn't take too long. But until then, oh wait, this is the main story quest. Well, then I guess until then I will move to Mordona and pick up the side quest. Actually, I think I might have to go to the Waking Sands first. Let me see. Inventory. If you aren't aware, the Scions have moved their, or they are in the process of moving their base to Mordona instead of in the Waking Sands, which is really nice because there's actually an 8th right there. They're doing so that they can actually like have a real position of neutrality. They can't really be neutral when they are living in one of the lands, so. Boom boom bum 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 bum. Okay, so I think Oh, you know, I should have looked this up beforehand. Is it Primal Awakening? When the centenary moon did wane, there sounded a blood-curdling roar. Well, okay, that's just gonna have to wait. Let's do Thorn March. Okay, so from what I've heard, this battle is changed, and I don't know how to do it, so bear with me. Kupo, who in the seven hells are they? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. Moogle's guard, 2 arms. Defend the king, Kupo. Okay, so yeah, so far, this is like a million times easier than what it used to be. It used to be you had to like kill all of them in a certain order, and like if you didn't kill them in a certain order, or like have them like barely at like any health or something, good King Moogle Mog the 12th would just like yeah, he would just like wipe the party, and it would just be like, oh god. Okay, they're summoning him. No. He's so cute though, isn't he? You shall suffer for the transgressions against my subjects. But he's dangerous. He's just as dangerous as the other primals. Because they summoned him with crystals, just like they did with the Beast Tribes did with the primals. So he may look different, but he's just another primal, really. Oh no, I'm stunned. Alright, yeah, that was pretty simple. It used to not be very simple, so it used to be very, very difficult. to communicate to randoms even on it, so. Oh look, they're all upset now. Oh, I didn't get either of those items. Oh well. Excellent. Okay, so something that I was dreading, I didn't really have reason to dread. You did it, Kupo. You did it. Good King Moogle the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moogle's Guard when you did. Thank you, Everstrom. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words with them too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Rayo at Camp Tranquil, and can relay the news to the chieftain. Will do. Okay, so Camp Tranquil, that's in South Shroud. Oh, too bad I got teleported all the way back here though, because that was kind of a waste of my my envelope to the Waking Sands. Oh well. I wasn't really thinking about that. Flying. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Moogle the 12th, may his magnificent virtues serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. I sense Rayo wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Your bravery in service to the Twelveswood and her Moogles shall not be forgotten, Averstrom. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. Okay. Lotus Stand, here I come. So, right now, basically everything that's happening is like, they got rid of, the Imperial threat at the moment, and so, like, suddenly there's a whole bunch of rising up of primals, and that needs to be quelled before everybody's able to actually have a lasting peace. Or, a peace of some sort. Oh, right, okay. Aetherite, and we're going to the Conjurer's Guild. Oh, wait. Oh, the Lotus Stand, not the... I was gonna... Go to the Conjurers, okay. The Elder Seed Seer is expecting you, sir. May I show you in? Averstrom, you are returned to us unharmed and victorious. Thus have I too reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Mughals called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the most the same. Which means Ossians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupopo, they said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Gridania has no short of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitations. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Averstrom. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, milady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement, with the elder Seedseer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired? Of course, I was planning on going to the Waking Sands anyway. How are you doing tonight? Hope everything is going swimmingly. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh wait, okay, so while we're here, let's finish that conversation that Urianger wants to have with us. A new primal has roused. The portents gave us to believe one whose identity yet lieth beyond our ken. By thy hand, 3 primals have since been vanquished. As each returned to the aether, 'twas observed that tremors foreshadowing this fourth grew in strength and frequency both. The being doth quicken, and in time it shall become a scourge upon the land. Yet even as we pondered a course of action, a benevolent soul did arise, one who would forestall this threat. Though she be tender in years, she is true of heart and steadfast resolve. She would solicit thine aid, if thou art willing to proffer it. Lest thou wonder, this maiden is of our order. Thus did the antecedent straightways consent that thou shouldst assist her howsoever thou mayst, as soon as thou art able. Hie he I don't hie thee to Wineport, where thy petitioner doth await thee even now. Though thou shalt for a certainty find her visage strikingly familiar. Wow. Okay, some of this stuff is hard to read. Okay. So we're going to Wineport, but I'm not going to Wineport yet. We're gonna talk to Memphilia. I'm not gonna waste my teleports. It is good to see you hale and healthy, Averstrom. I received word from Ida and Papalymo that you had failed good King Mugomog XII, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Averstrom. Thank you. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So, as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Averstrom. Upon my departure, the Waking Sense will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. Well, I've been talking to him, and we've been doing stuff. And I'm sure, based on his last sentence, that he said to me, I'm about to go see Alice, so. Thou art ever welcome, Averstrom, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor, faded by the eons. And still, man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Be not offended, Averstrom. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. But the same could be said of... Whence came that cry? The Sola. 'Twill forfend the antecedent. You, you must... Tell me, Louis, would you have done the same?
Louis Levaye was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing.
An Ossian, here, how?
All readily you see. You are indeed gifted and hesitant.
But you are not like the others. Your robes.
Gifted but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebearers. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you.
You speak of La Habrea.
La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes.
Then he is still...
Come. I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion.
What are... We're ready when you are, milady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave. But I'm sure we'll get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready.
It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct.
I do not understand.
Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded.
You know nothing about me. Nothing.
The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation.
La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo.
La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master.
And if we did?
There would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends.
Wait, stay where you are.
Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder?
Of course, it's all said in a different dialect that I don't know how to speak, so I'm not going to be speaking that. Basically, anytime there's like red text, it's like some sort of ancient tongue or something. I take it there's no need to explain. Save your concern.
He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill.
I heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic.
Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ossian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ossian, my lady. Was that what gave you the cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ossians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen?
I know not and care not. Find him, Avistrom. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to.
Pray attend me, Tartaru.
Tartaru is so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're searching for the white-robed Ossian. I know his name. You might too. I don't know if if you are familiar with this story or not, but yeah. If you are familiar with this story, I'm thankful that you're watching it with me, because yeah, this is the not so entertaining parts. I'm not at the expansions yet. Granted, this stuff gets a little more entertaining than what came before, I would think. Maybe. I feel like it's a little bit more drama filled. Where is this thing? Hold on. Supposedly right here, okay. Oh, he's right there. I was just like, I was looking for a symbol, like a quest symbol.
I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon.
Heading north. You are being judged. I'm always being judged. Whatever. I say screw it. Okay, following him some more. Let's get past these bloated bogies. A gruesome gargoyle. Cool. Dropped like a bad habit. Why you have to stand right in that? Probably won't attack me unless I attack it then, so. Whoops. Why did my weapon get put up? That was weird. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Oh. Why can't we be done? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? I don't want to fight Aussians. Stop killing people. It's not nice. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Habrier could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrier. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should have always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Okay, Elidibus. The beauty of flying in this game. You can just fly over things.
Thank the gods you've returned, Avistrom. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. He was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? When does he speak, and of what exactly? The words of this elitibus pretend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Let us set aside the matter of this Ascian until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived information. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Give Warburton's journal. Warburton. Is that like Patrick Warburton? Turns out, Kronk was Minfilia's father all along. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. 'Tis no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well can I imagine the antecedent pain. Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest the lady's sacrifice be in vain. Avistrom, this is Minfilia. From just the other room over. What are you doing, Minfilia? Oh, forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to, once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you come to the seventh heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tartaru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of the new Aetherite in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Cool. Okay. So, she wants me to go to Revenant's Toll. I'm gonna go to Wineport first. If you are the viewer that, was with me earlier today, thank you for the wishes on my eyesight problems. I am much better now, so thank you for your concern. Okay. It has been a while, adventurer. As I recall, my brother Alfino took the liberty of introducing us when we first and last we met. But for the sake of propriety, Alice Levaye, I thank you for coming. I have heard much and more of your exploits. By your hand, the Black Wolf is slain, and his ultimate weapon destroyed. You are possessed of great strength and courage, that much is plain. I shall have need of one such as you if I am to see my mission through to its conclusion. As you may be aware, the violence of Dalamud's fall changed not only the face of the realm, but also the base of the realm. Specifically, it played havoc with the etheric currents, creating vast confluences of ether below the surface. Among other phenomena, this led to the formation of subterranean caverns at key points of stress. One such cavern lies beneath Castrum Occidens, and extends to only the gods know where. Despite appearances, Castrum Occidens is as much a research facility as it is a fortress. Gaius von Balzar chose the site for no other reason than to probe the caverns without interference. As you went about vanquishing the returned primals, I observed a repeating wave pattern in the ether, corresponding exactly to the dates on which you were reported to have felled Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. Upon closer examination, it became clear that these unique waveforms emanated from deep beneath the aforementioned stronghold. Crucially, I recorded the same pattern during the recent celebrations, and have since been given to understand that this phenomenon bears a disquieting similarity to one observed shortly prior to the calamity. 5 years ago, my grandfather invoked the power of the 12 that he might contain Bahamut. Alas, his efforts failed, and he vanished together with his foe. I would know the truth of what transpired that day, of grandfather's fate, and of the metamorphosis that swept over the land. In casting light upon these mysteries, we will find a way to cure what ails this world. It is my belief that the answers I seek lie hid within the depths of the cavern. I would have you accompany me on an expedition to find them, Avistrom. If truth be told, I am not wont to rely upon others, and have thus far handled matters alone. Yet I am not blind to my limitations. Unescorted, I cannot hope to succeed in this endeavor. I swore that I would find a way to restore peace to Eorzea. If you desire the self-same, then aid me as you aided my brother and the Scions. I am in your debt. You are a man of action, and I sense that we will accomplish much together. But let us not waste any more time. As I mentioned, Castrum Occidens straddles the cavern I wish to explore. If I am to have a hope of reaching it alive, I will need you to infiltrate the stronghold first and locate a path to the depths. Once you have done so, pray report your success to Storm Private Bronca. And you may consider her my assistant here in Wineport. I have every faith that you will not fail me. 12 speed your way, Avistrom. Okay, so Castrum Occidens is to the north of here. So let's just go over there real quick. See, this is that little car that I used to have. It turns into a little ship. Goes around flying. Boo. Okay. Going in. Jabronka. That sounds like a Mikote if I've ever heard one. That's one thing I like about this game, is you can always tell what race people are by their names. I've been expecting you, Avistrom. By your coming, I take it you have successfully located the cavern entrance inside Castrum Occidens? So that's where it's to be found. Marvelous. But allow me to properly introduce myself. Jabroka is my name, and it is my honor to serve Lady Alice. Though, for reasons of convenience, at present I also serve the Maelstrom. This uniform accords me certain privileges, you see. In particular, ready access to the Maelstrom's regional scouting reports. They provide a wealth of local knowledge, including information on secret passages. But enough about me. I shall notify Lady Alice of your discovery, lest she may prepare for the expedition. Though I don't doubt your abilities, none can say what dangers lurk beneath Castle Malsedens. For my lady's sake, as well as your own, please spare neither preparation nor caution. Pray choose your companions well. Okay, Binding Coil of Bahamut. So now you can kind of guess what that roar was back in the credit scene earlier. Okay, so there's 5 different phases of the Binding Coil of Bahamut. But here's the thing. You can't really get to these very well through the duty finder. You have to use the party finder, which is what I'm going to do. This is my first time using the party finder in this stream, so that's fun. Ooh, there's a lot. Alright, I want to recruit members. Let's see, duty. We'll go raids. Binding Coil of Bahamut turn 1. Okay, so I need to write a comment here. I'm going to say something like, running unsynced. Equals, let's see, where's the equal sign? There it is. Equals bonus tomes. Okay, so I put that in. Whoops. Oh, what'd I do? Didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Oh gosh. Okay, so something messed up. Hold on. That's so weird. Why'd it go down? I don't know. Okay, well, it's just gonna have that extra line then. Let's see. We're going to do... Okay, but what does... let me see, loot rolls. No, I don't know. Unrestricted party. Okay, so I put it on there. Let's see if somebody joins my party. Okay, so while I wait on that, I guess it is good to go to Revenant's Toll. It's basically like the party finder is where you go to like try to like shout out to people who are playing that like you are trying to do something, and people can join that specific something if they want to. Okay, so since we're here, we can pick up this quest too. I already read this earlier. I just accidentally abandoned the quest earlier, so... okay. Let's just go ahead and speak to her. Oh, Averstrom, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stone is officially yours.
Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. Cannot help but wonder if we are truly...
Oh, that man. I can't say I've spoken to him myself, however. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss it. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land just to the southeast of here. If the tales are to be believed, it's a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. That man over there is no exception. If my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than to talk to him and see what he knows. If I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. Let me just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside.
Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Averstrom, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The Antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Oh, somebody joined my party. Okay, so I was trying to talk to him, trying to say if they felt that we were ready, and it turns out they are. So let's do this real quick. Unrestricted party. Okay. So we should be good to go if we just... Yeah. Okay, so party recruitment ended. We are good to go. Alright, let's do this. Alright. These people are going, like, these people are going to, like, be pushing me through this whole thing because, this is supposedly, like, really hard for people of my level. And so I ran it unsynced, so they're at, like, level 90. Scars left by the calamity. I can scarce breathe for the surfeit of ether. Tell me, have you ever seen corrupted crystals such as these? Such crystals manifest across the realm when the course of the great river of ether was irrevocably altered 5 years ago. Behold one of the objects that caused the alteration, a fragment of the lesser moon Dalamud. Ancient Aleg created Dalamud, or Meteor, to use the Garlean name to serve as a celestial prison for Bahamut. Its fall inflicted grievous wounds upon the land, wounds that have yet to heal, as is evident from the corrupted crystals. Amazing. Dalamud's internal defenses still function in spite of everything. A testament to the ingenuity of the Allegans. The Garleans seek to appropriate their advanced technology, I am certain of it. We are about to come face to face with secrets that have long lain buried within the sands of time. Great dangers may lie beyond, but we have come too far to turn back. The truth of the calamity is within reach. Gods preserve. Dark wings that would engulf the very heavens. These could only belong to Bahamut, the primal who laid Eorzea to waste 5 years ago. At Cartano, my grandfather sought to imprison Bahamut anew by invoking the power of the 12. Alas, the dread worm proved too powerful, and he soon broke free of his confines. Yet instead of resuming the destruction he had begun, Bahamut vanished. Whither to no one knew. Until this day. But I do not understand. If Bahamut is truly a primal, how is it that he retains his physical form? Did grandfather defeat him? Or is there some other explanation? We must press on if we are to learn the truth. Okay, so, like, I'm so far behind these guys. I'm just gonna do my best to, like, run through. I don't even know where they are. They're being badasses and they're taking the whole place on their own. Which is pretty funny to me, honestly.
But yeah, this is kind of how it has to happen with this place, because, I don't want to sit here waiting forever for queues. And, like, literally this will take hours. I mean, granted, you could do a party finder and, like, get people to actually do it, like, for real. But, that still takes a while because not everybody wants to do that. Oh, did they, like, get stuck without me or something? I was coming, I was watching cutscenes, guys. It was my first time. Alright, let's do this. Run, guys! Wow, already done. How about that? So this is what I'm going to be doing for all of those turns. I'm just going to be going into the party finder and asking people if they want to join. Yeah. Maybe these people will stay with me so I can keep just jumping into them, but maybe not. Maybe not. It's okay if they don't. Alright, cool. I don't know if you saw the little chat, but these people are willing to stay with me for a little bit to continue with this. So cool. Just have my little bodyguards.
I'll just pretend it's me doing all that damage. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so powerful right now. Wow, that was the second one. Okay, that's over in no time at all. Okay, let's get out of here. Awesome. This is so great. You know, like, I thought this was going to be a lot harder to, like, get through than it is. And, these people are just so nice. I wish I had my keyboard hooked up to my PS4 right now, but I don't. I have it hooked up to my PC, so. Alright, engine room. If I remember correctly, this place can be confusing. I like that these people are eternal and new. Whee! Fun stuff. Sweet. I wonder if they know, like, the exact path, if we're going, like, the exact right way. The music in this place is kind of awesome. Sweet. This is a long way down, though. Holy flipper. Almost there, though. It deals so much more damage than I do. It's almost funny. We did it! Okay, so that was turn 3 ended. Now we must do turn 4. So this seems like, it just seems like, you know, random things that don't have like much story to it. But I think the story is like at the beginning and then at the end. So, of the turns, I mean. Cutscene, cutscene. Oh. Oh, those are from Final Fantasy XII, for sure. Actually, all of these enemies are from Final Fantasy. Well, those mechanical bug things, I think, are from 12, but everything else looks like it's from 13. Just like that. Noticing too late? What do you mean by that? You've been watching this whole time, haven't you? Well, for most of it anyway. If that has been you. I don't know. It still says 1 on my counter, so. Let me put up the duty finder real quick for turn 5, see if they still want to do that. Looks like they do. Oh, you just joined. Okay. Nice. But it doesn't, like, the number doesn't update fast enough for me. Or either that or it's just like one person left, one person came in. But, yeah, right now I'm doing, well, I'm escorting Alice through the Coil of Bahamut, which is where, Bahamut left after causing calamity that happened before the game started. So, that's where we're exploring right now. These two people, they're, like, level 90 or something, and just, like, destroying everything. This is going rather more smoothly than I expected. It is indeed convenient to have a hero on hand. Gods, that the cavern should be open up again, even at this depth.
Ah, this resembles a finger. And so it should. This is Bahamut's hand. As with the wings, it seems to be frozen, and for that I count my blessings, but again I find myself wondering, how is it able to retain physical form? I had assumed that Bahamut's reversion to ether was the cause of the widespread changes to the realm, but if he is still here, then that theory no longer holds. What was it then that brought about the realm's sudden regeneration? There is still so much we don't know about Cartano. I haven't the slightest inkling how deep these caverns run, but we must continue. Hope they're fighting something. Or, no, they're not fighting anything. They were waiting for me. Oh, that was sweet of them. Unless, like, they're forced to. I'm not sure if they're forced to or not, but... that looked silly, but like these people, I'm running this unsynced so that I can get the story. But like this stuff is like notoriously super difficult if you actually run it synced, so thanks for the party. Or, well, actually, I don't know. I'll just say it, thanks. Thanks for the party. Wait, this contraption, is it used to control the saturation of ether? I suppose there's only one way to find out. The dragon you vanquished earlier, doubtless you noticed the peculiar contraption about its neck. It was likely a receptor of some description, used to enslave the creature. Ancient Alig possessed the means to control dragons, it would seem. The Ishgardians would kill for this knowledge, though to be sure, it could as easily be brought to bear against them. An army of dragons could turn the tide of any battle. As the Garleans once learned to their sorrow, I would not be the least bit surprised if they now sought to exploit its power. Whatever their plans, this serves as another reminder of the might of Alligans. One cannot help but wonder how so advanced a civilization came to fall. I want to respond to this person, but I'm in the middle of a cutscene. gods be good. This is Bahamut's head. And that enormous crystal, it pulsates as if it were a heart. And the primal that had awakened was Bahamut all this time? No. No, no, no. This can't be true. This would mean that grandfather died for naught. Confound it. We do not know enough to strike at it now. We must withdraw. Who is that? No. It can't be. Grandfather, is it truly you? No, don't leave me again. Please. Grandfather! I know. We can do no more for now. Kid, do you want me to, like, I was like, you know, purposefully not, messaging just because I thought it might be annoying, but would you like me to send you messages whenever I am about to stream? Because I'll do it if you want me to. But this looks like... How did we come to be in northern Thanalan of all places? Oh, but such details matter little. Grandfather's alive, Everstrom. Bahamut did not defeat him. But why won't he return to us? I don't understand. This expedition has yielded more questions than it did answers. At any rate, we would both be better for a rest. Let us return to the Waking Sands and reflect upon what we've seen. Thank you, Everstrom. Without you, none of this would have been possible. Okay, I gotta respond to this person real quick. She's asking about X mounts, which are like rare mounts that you can get from specific dungeons. Not yet. I'm trying to focus strictly whoops. Oh, they said something else. Strictly on story content. Wish the keyboard wasn't right over it so that I could see what they're saying. No, but I'm replaying for a stream. There.
Okay, so let's get back to the Rising Stones. We're in Northern Sandline right now, which means we're a little bit of a ways away from it. So let's just go ahead and use the thing, the envelopes. Oh, that's a nice offer that this person's willing to through. Um, so I'm gonna say, oh, thanks, but, I'd love to accept the offer, but... Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? After this, I'm hooking up the keyboard to my PS4. Yeah. So, we're not actually done with, Coil of Bahamut yet. Give me just a second. I'm just gonna hook up my keyboard real quick, okay?
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I had this muted. Sorry. Okay. I didn't say anything much. I was just pretty much saying what I was typing there. Basically, that person is, wanting to, yeah, is wanting to, you know, be friends so that they can help me with anything that I need, which is really nice. I like it. Okay, full glad am I for thy safe return. Lady Alicey hath apprised me of thy many experiences. As thou wilt doubtless be aware, Master Louis Swall was my lady's grandsire. Gravely concerned was I for her safety, but 'twould seem I need not have been so. With all my heart I do thank thee for watching over her. But come, thou must speak with Mistress Alicey upon that which transpired within the binding coil. May it serve to bring us closer to the truth of the calamity. Shall we begin then? Urianger, I understand you have a report of your own to share with us? Aye, my lady. Even as thou didst emerge from the depths, an etheric disturbance betokening primal activity was observed. In Mordona was it marked first. The comparison of time and magnitude we have since deluded its origin. The Cotino Flats. Strange. There have been no reports of primal activity in that region. It could only have been Bahamut. That would certainly explain how we came to be in northern Thanalan. Somehow the cavern took us all the way from Vilbron to the heart of Aldenard. 'Twould seem so, my lady. It is all but certain, then. After Bahamut disappeared 5 years ago, he hid himself deep beneath Carchino and has since lain dormant, regenerating. Aye, my lady. Taken together with thine own account of Bahamut's continued presence, the land's slowness to heal and the disorder of the etheric currents do point to one conclusion. Bahamut stirreth. If left unchecked, the primal shall drink of Eorzea's life force till he doth waken to rain ruin upon the land. Rest assured, I do not mean to give up, Avistrom. Bahamut may still live, but so too does grandfather. For the past 5 years, he has been keeping vigil over his nemesis, making certain that the primal does not escape. Master Louis Swall doth yet live? I does not hope, and thou art certain 'twas no mere manifestation of thine all too sorely felt guilt? Or grief? I know how desperate this may sound, Urianger, but I saw him with my own 2 eyes, as did Avistrom. But he vanished deeper into the labyrinth before we had a chance to speak. 2 more like fragments of Dalamud pierced the earth when the lesser moon fell. 1 we have seen, but if we can't find but the other 2, I am certain that we will find grandfather as well. If thou so believest, my lady, then I too shall have faith. If it please you, I shall notify the grand companies of this development. All Eorzea must stand united if we are to avert a repeat of the calamity. That will not be necessary, Urianger. Being the great conciliator that he is, Alphino would speak to unite Eorzea of his own accord. If rumors are true, that endeavor is already well underway. So let us leave the diplomacy for the diplomat, while we continue our investigation of Bahamut. I swear to you, no matter what it takes, we will find my grandfather and uncover the whole truth of the calamity. Avistrom, you have heard me swear to do these things, but without your strength, I cannot hope to make good on my word. The danger to Eorzea is not past. For the sake of all who abide here, I pray that you will ever be our sword in the darkness. Okay, so... do you... another turn in the coil. Okay, cool. A crystal choke abyss lieth beneath the Cottonwood Flats, the unholy cradle of an elder primal. And by thy hands where truths great and terrible rested from those upon once celestial depths. Yet, as is oft the case, an answer doth breed a profusion of questions, and the unknown doth beckon with irresistible allure. Ne'er have the mysteries of the Red Moon lain so neatly within our grasp. Lady Alisaie hath sent word of her coming. 'Tis time once more to brave the precipice, and leap unflinching into the jagged wound that doth gape beneath the land.
Why does he have to speak like that? Mine apologies. I trust I have not kept you waiting over long. Averstrom, I am both delighted and reassured to have you at my side once more. I would not waste your time with trivialities. Let us proceed directly to the discussion of that which we have learned, and that which we hope to learn anon. Initially, it was evidence of a new primal that led us to delve into the cavern beneath Castrum Occidens, and to explore the subterranean scars left after the fall of Dalamud. As you will well recall, what we found was a vast, largely intact fragment of the fallen satellite, and within the depths of that structure we discovered not the new primal we had expected, but the broken form of Bahamut himself. Yet even this great revelation would soon be overshadowed by the appearance of my own dear grandfather.
I have since shared our sundry findings with Rambros, preeminent scholar of the Sons of Saint Cunach, and he, in turn, did kindly furnish me with this theory concerning the Elder Primal's Allegan prison. 'Twould seem that Dalamud was constructed to gather unto itself the rays of the sun, and thence channel this radiant bounty unto the Crystal Tower. The ancients saw great potential in Bahamut's capacity to manipulate energies of otherwise unmanageable magnitude. 'Twas for this reason that they did bind him within the Red Moon to serve as its living core.
Do you remember the sight that greeted us at the culmination of our journey? The colossal devices that surrounded and seemed to cradle the incomplete form of the Elder Primal? From the information provided to us by the Sons of Saint Cunach, we have learned that these contraptions were termed internment hulks, and that each bore the designation Ragnarok class. The purpose of these hulks is believed to be twofold. First, they are meant to act as binding coils, rendering Bahamut incapable of escape. And second, they are meant to feed him. Perversely, the self-same energy which prevents him from moving also serves to sustain his corporal manifestation. Bahamut is permitted neither to die nor to truly live. He merely is allowed to be.
For century upon century was the Elder Primal thus imprisoned, bound about in fetters so subtle in their working, and yet so adamant that, though his cell be destroyed, Bahamut lieth yet at the mercy of his long-departed captors.
It has long been held that the primals require the prayers of their faithful followers to exist, yet none alive worship Bahamut. Could it be, then, that the Allegans found a way to simulate prayer itself? It seems the only logical explanation. I would postulate, therefore, that the progenitive mechanisms in question also supply something akin to the power of prayer. Consequently, if all the internment hulks were to be rendered inactive, Bahamut should dissolve into the ether.
Upon the evidence of thy previous foray, we determined that the Elder Primal is sustained by 3 such binding coils. Thus did we commence to scour the realm, and found in the Twelveswood an as yet unexplored fragment of the Lesser Moon, bearing a most familiar etheric signature. And after conducting a preliminary investigation, we believe we have discovered a point from which this North Shroud fragment and the second of the internment hulks can be entered. As Eorzea's sword in the darkness, I would have you once more lead the charge. I will, of course, be there at your side. Once you have made your preparations, head to Fallgood Float and make yourself known to my assistant, Serpent Lieutenant. The fallen fragment is not far from the settlement, and her position provides a convenient rendezvous point. I will break these elegant fetters, for they bind my grandfather as surely as they bind Bahamut. Okay, so what we have to do is go to Fallgood Float now. So let's do that. Onward. Both the main story quest and the crystal quest are both in Mordona, so we will be doing that later, I guess. And if this takes me to Mordona at some point, then I suppose we'll pick those up as we go along. But yeah. We are actually, like the Scions, they actually are, moving to Mordona. So, like, instead of, like, having the base at the Waking Sands, they are now at the Rising Stones. So that's cool. If it's someplace, I've been expecting you. My name is Anael. I have been accorded the rank of lieutenant within the Order of the Twin Adder that I may better assist Lady Alisaie with her endeavors here in the Twelvewood. Such authority has allowed me to act without interference from the local soldiery and to conduct a preliminary investigation of the Alder Springs fragment. From what we have seen of the exterior, the structure shares many common features with the one we explored in Lunosia, and likely plays host to a similar complement of guardians. But I fear words alone will do little to prepare you for what lies ahead. Pray seek out my comrade to the south and west. He is charged with observing all that occurs in the vicinity of the fragment, and will be well placed to show you the thing, if nothing less. Okay, let's see. So just way over there? Okay. No problem since I can fly now. Fly, antelope, fly. What business brings you to this broken land? Unless you fancy being ground to a bloody pulp under the granite fist of a wandering golem, I suggest you bug up. Oh, my apologies, sir. Lady Alisaie did send word of your impending arrival, but 'twould seem I've grown rather too accustomed to shooing away curious sellswords and reckless explorers. Behold, if you will, one of the fallen shards of the Red Moon, Dalamud. Our initial survey uncovered no evidence of the Empire's presence, which, while fortunate in itself, meant that the approach to the fragment had yet to be cleared. After much effort, however, we succeeded in carving out a semblance of a path, which should grant you access to the entrance. And that, I'm afraid, is where our progress ended. The interior? Well, assuming that the architecture of this hulk resembles the first, the master controls you seek will be located on the bottommost layer, past all the ingenious and deadly defenses of which the ancient elegants seem so indecently fond. If you would know more, I'm afraid there is nothing for it but to brave the depths of the fragment yourself. Lady Alisaie will soon be arriving at Fallgood. Pray do not tarry on your way back to the lieutenant's post. I imagine our young mistress will be most eager to commence an expedition. The road ahead promises peril aplenty, and I would humbly suggest that this is not the occasion to stint on preparation or provisions. May the 12 watch over you. Flying.
Literally, flying is like the best in this game. It's just the best. Master Place. I trust the private explanation was worth the journey. Simply securing an approach to the fragment's entrance proved a monumental task. I dare not think what defeating its inner defenses will entail. If there is aught I might do to aid you. Oh, Lady Alice. Oh. My apologies, Master Alfino. Has there been a change of plan? Urianger informed me of the impending expedition. I merely came to exchange a few words with my fellow scion before he disappeared into the depths of the second coil. Avestrom. Though I would strenuously deny it were she present, my sister's admiration and affection of our grandsire exceeds even my own. Upon the matter of his legacy, therefore, Alice is wont to go above and beyond the call of duty. In our grandfather's absence, she has made the salvation of Eorzea her personal crusade. 'Twas that which prompted her to brave the perils of the first coil, yet the fact that she risks her life in this manner is not the greatest. No, it is her subsequent fixation upon my grandfather's shade that worries me most. This quest to rid the world of Bahamut must not become a quest to save a man long dead. My sister must needs have a better reason to fight. A time will come when the fate of the realm rests upon our shoulders, and when it does, we must be strong in our resolve, and certain of the stakes for which we risk all. There is a wide difference between fighting for the good of Eorzea and fighting for the love of a man who died for the good of Eorzea. Alice must choose her own path. She cannot rely on grandfather to choose it for her, for he is gone. I am glad that it is you with whom she makes this journey. If Alice is to discover a deeper purpose, then where better to find one than at the side of Eorzea's greatest champion? 'Twas there that I found mine, after all. But 'tis past time I was gone. Fair fortune in your endeavours, Avestrom. Oh, Lieutenant Anaya, was it? I would appreciate you making no mention of my presence here to my sister. Lady Alice is due to arrive at any moment. I shall abide in confident expectation of your triumphant return. Second coil of Bahamut. Very good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and type to this person who's remarkably still in my party after all this time. Alright. I unlocked the second coil. You think we can go just us? Okay, while I wait for her response, I say her, I don't even know who it is. I will go to Mordona, continue these quests.
Oh, how's your night been? Let's go speak to Rambros first. Fly, antelope. If you've seen an antelope fly. I mean, I didn't do too much today. I woke up really early, because, Sunny had to go out and do something, and I wanted to accompany him, so. But other than that, nothing. Why, if it isn't Avistrom Plays himself. I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? You are directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropogeographical endeavor. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find himself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend your cooperation? I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now the first. Avistrom, I thought it was you. What brings you to St. Quinox? Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insuperable foe, yes? No? Well, I see you two are already acquainted. That is well. Master Garland, your intrepid hero here, caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. He has he? I'm glad to have you aboard, Avistrom. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteered for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. The Sons of St. Quinoc are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Allagan Empire, and this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. Oh, but I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allagan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nero Tolskaiva simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allagan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. Now, to the core of the matter. Here in Mordona, there stands an entire Allagan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the Lesser Moon Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants from that era with an utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and, above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. Put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. But like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands revealed to all in its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 sentinels, as the sons are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues or the front door is forever beyond our reach. Well, I feel bad for the people who died in those vessels. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating with such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Overstrom, but I can think of no finer man for the task. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. So I'm guessing this person isn't going to respond to my question. So I may just enter the party finder in just a moment. Our first objective is to reach the entrance to the crystal tower. Oh. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the 4 elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analysis, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said exactly like the specimens I use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the beast tribe's strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals you require. Pray make for Lenosha, where both the Sapsa spawning grounds and Ugmara mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in the beastmen's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and start up the duty finder for turn 1 of the second coil. And let's see if we can actually do it. Dalamud's Shadow. How strange. Why could we not see all this before? I suppose it is only to be expected that corrupted crystals should accompany a disturbance of this magnitude. After all, the fragment likely pierced the ground to a depth of many hundred yalms. The swirling ether leaking from the wound must warp the very air, creating a veil that hides these formations from view. Well, it is not as if we expected this to be a straightforward task. Let's tread carefully, shall we, Avistrom? 'Tis imperative that we win through to the depths of this structure, and disable the mechanism that powers Bahamut's regeneration. Of course, if we should chance to encounter my grandfather upon the way, I shall not let him go again. Not while there is hope that he may yet be saved. But mayhap we should put such thoughts from our mind until after we have successfully gained entrance to the place. That opening up ahead appears a suitable point of ingress.
I wish I could be helpful. But like, she literally one-shots everything. This is one of the new classes. She's a scythe wielder. You see that? Really cool. Alright, here we go. Boss of this place. Awesome. Okay, let's do treasure coffers. So there's 3 coils of Bahamut. I'm on the second coil right now. I'm going to start up the second part of the second coil. And let's see if that person still wants to continue. That armor. No, it couldn't be. Be on your guard, Avistrom. Though it defies all reason that he should live, I know of only one who wears such armor. He whom the Empire raised as high as the Black Wolf himself, the legatus of the 7th Legion. I speak of the madman who brought the Meteor Project to fruition.
We face the White Raven, Neil von Darnus, harbinger of the Seventh Umbral Era. Neil von Darnus. That was the name of the fool who perished upon the eve of the promised Age of Glory. Should not be uttered within these hallowed halls. Out of love for his loyal servant, the one true deity named me Neil Deus Darnus. One true deity. Bahamut. He speaks of Bahamut. O Lord Bahamut, thy name is as sweet water to parched lips, how my heart swells at thy sacred touch. This blessed sanctum is the domain of my God and his beloved children. Seek to defile its glory, and you will answer to me. How is this possible? From what Alfino has told me, Nell was slain on the eve of the calamity. Whatever the truth of the matter, we must be on our guard. There can be no reasoning with the worshippers of a primal. Oh, hello viewer. We are doing the Coil of Bahamut missions. Unsynced, of course. I'm doing it for the story, so. But I'm glad you joined. Welcome. Oh. See, this person is level 90, and these are level 50 dungeons, which means she's going to one-shot everything. Right, here we go. It's a really cool looking place, though. Bioweapon storage. Interesting. Okay. Resident Evil, anybody? Oh, hi! Oh, it's you. Okay, awesome.
Welcome, welcome. Alright, so Melusine, here we go. Let's take him down. Oh gosh, no. Wait, what have I done? Oh gosh, I didn't think. I was not thinking. Okay, okay, I almost died there, so thank you for saving my booty. I totally didn't realize that I didn't have any of my potions in the hotbar. I was like already just like wipe, apparently. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Okay. Had the wrong ones in. Oh, no, no, you're fine, you're fine. I just didn't have it on my hotbar. Ooh, alright. That's second coil down. Or, well, second part of the second coil. So, all we got left is just 2 more of the second coil, and then... Yeah, yeah, I loved doing these, like, when I was, like, unsynced with people. Just, like what you're doing, just helping me out, which is really nice. Thank you. Yeah, I've played all the way up to, I finished the story of Shadowbringers, and I have a character that has, like, a bunch of, like, level 80 classes, but I don't own, Endwalker yet, so... I am reminded of the passages beneath Castrum Occidens. We must have traveled quite some distance below the surface. More of the same tunnels. 12 be good. Surely they cannot continue all the way down from the upper floors. It is difficult to see inside, but I have a terrible feeling those corridors house more of the dreadful guardians you have already faced. It is said that the Alligans excelled in the creation of chimerical beasts, and that the Red Moon teemed with 1,000 fantastical monstrosities, all to prevent the enemies of the ancient empire from releasing the Elder Primal. I wonder, the creatures that prowl these halls, could they be the beloved children of which Nail spoke? Well, this is yet another mystery to ponder upon our return. Shall we continue onwards? Yes, yes we shall, Alice. I got quite a few of the Shadowbringers mounts, but... No, I didn't do too much. Definitely... Oh! Oh gosh. Okay. I'm good. I just forgot what I was doing for a second. Sometimes my brain just goes flop. Okay. Which way are we going? Whoops, wrong button. Okay. Go. Do your thing. Are you done? You done. Okay. Ooh, I'm so interested in the Sage class. At some point, I want to, like, because healer is actually what, like, my like chosen classes. Like I used to like main white mage, but for this playthrough I'm trying to follow the path of the Warrior of Light from the FMVs. Oof. Alright, I see you. The last time I played this game, like the last full time that I was actually playing it was like 2 years ago. So I've forgotten a lot about this game, so I'm like heavily relying on you navigating me through it. Oh, well, that's not what I want to do. Bye! Alright, let's go. Pew. I love these little jumping platforms. So fun. Back off. Oh, okay. Did not mean to fly away. Alright. Alright, I'm game. Let's do it. Let's go, Aang. Huh. I actually don't remember how to do this fight. I remember it being somewhat complicated in some ways, but could be wrong. Oh shoot. Okay, see, I'm sure this is probably... It's probably my fault, right? Like, there's something I'm missing. It's okay. I'm blaming myself right now. Okay. Can you, give me, like, a quick rundown of what the mechanics might be? Because it's kind of, I'm, like, at a loss while I'm looking at it. Oh, wait, you forgot the mechanics. Okay, I'm getting you. Okay. Then, let me just look it up real quick. How about that? Avatar. Avatar. Coil. Bahamut. Okay, so... Avatar strategy, fight has 11 minutes. After 11 minutes, we'll wipe the raid. Okay, so... There's a timer on the avatar. After 11 minutes, you wipe. Let's see. Tank grabs Dread. Uses all cooldowns to survive. Okay. Okay, so... I don't know, not sure what the things on the sides of the room are. Rush mine... I guess they're mine towers? 3 DPS for landmine... Well, that's not a strategy you can do. I'm not really sure what a lot of this means, but what I'm seeing is that I have to grab the Dreadnought. It looks like... I don't know, it kind of looks like I don't know, this guide that I'm looking at is saying, like, you need multiple people for this. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'll try to, like, go to the mine towers whenever I see it, and, yeah. Alright, let's try again. Alright. Take down this dreadnought. Trying to focus on that. Okay, okay, going back to him. Okay, so I just ran into that. I don't know what it was. Not too sure, but, you know, I did it, and it worked, so. Okay, so we've got landmines on the field now. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. I guess that means like instant death. We walk over them, maybe? Oh! Auto detonation, okay. Okay. Ah, what? Okay, so we may, I don't know. Okay, hold on. We never got to that point. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you, yeah, we can do that if you want to. Just, get out of this. You think perhaps we should find a, another person to join? It says here that, okay, this is saying that if the avatar is pushed below 75% health before the first set of towers spawn, he will unconditionally place homing missile on you, which then kills you regardless of your maximum HP. So, to combat this, do not burst the boss at the start of the fight. Instead, wait until the first set of towers spawns 15 seconds into the fight. So, do not bring it down by 75% health before, before 15 seconds. I'm gonna try, well, okay. I think the issue here is not that we don't have enough people, so, so I guess we can just go ahead and try again. But this time with more DPS and see if that'll help.
I wonder what caused that, though. I can't see anything in the description that would cause at that percentage of health, like instant KO. I go this way? Oh, maybe not. Okay. I think, yeah, we have to go down here. Okay. Alright. We made it. Okay. Let's see how this goes this time. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. So... it says specifically... So we can do... we should try to do very little in the first 15 seconds of the fight. But afterwards, we should be able to nuke him. That's okay. Not to worry. Alright.
Look at you. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Ah. Okay. So you up for one more? Or however... Well, yeah, it's gonna have to be one more because I'm about to have to quit my stream. But, yeah, I can do one more. I will go ahead and click it, and if you are good to go, you can join if you want to. Yeah. Excitement, excitement. Well, thank you so much for helping me through all of this, though. Like, I was expecting to have to, like, just, you know, you know how it is with this place. I don't really have any friends on this character, so, I've just been, like, going it alone, basically. Yeah, it's good. That surely cannot be Dalamud. How... Where are we? The final resting place of Nelvan Darnus. This is a grave for the undeserving. And for the crime of trespassing upon my god's sanctuary, this place shall serve as your grave too. No! In the hour of his failure, Nelvan Darnus felt the currents of ether begin to bear away his essence. But before oblivion could claim the last of him, a divine will reached out, and I was born. Then did the words of my God resound in mine ears. Bring unto mine enemies crushing defeat, that they might know despair without end, and claim thee thus the victory which thou wert once denied. Oh, I remember doing this fight now. Okay. Okay. 'Twould seem that little remained of Nail's essence when Bahamut plucked him from the brink of oblivion. And the result was this strange simulacrum? Something. Nevertheless, her aura bespeaks great power. She channels the rage of the Elder Primal himself. Lord Bahamut, thy wish is my command. None shall escape thine unquenchable fury. Come, you dull, unthinking beasts, bare your teeth. They will avail you not in the calamity to come. Alright, here we go. Alright, come out of your egg. Egg time, out. Uh-oh. Oops. Oh my gosh. My bad. I forgot about the rocks. It's being rude just sitting in his egg, though. Ten seconds to Mega Flare. What? This is one epic fight. One epic fight that I am not part of. Sweet, you did it. Thank you. Yay, I was passed out for half the turn, but let's do it. Alright. Thanks, Nunu. Alright, that was awesome. I almost got done with the whole thing in just one thing. Okay, cool. I think I am going to... Oh, well, there's cutscene. Okay. Oh, I remember fighting him like a long time ago. Just like, I remember that fight being horrendous. Poor creature. Would that you had never been born. You had surrendered your physical form and collapsed in the ether. But Bahamut denied your death, and imprisoned what little was left of you in an ethereal shell, resembling... what, I wonder? Images from your memory, perhaps? But that shell is now broken, and your primal deity seems disinclined to sustain your existence. My primal deity? I kneel to no icon.
What need have I to beg the favor of such filth? I am Nail von Darnus, legatus of the 7th Legion. No. A moment. My thoughts are clouded, and this body is not mine own. Could it be that you spoke the truth? Was I ensorcelled by the Lesser Moon's ancient prisoner? It will not happen again. You speak as if Bahamut no longer controlled you. But that's impossible. Once a primal ensnares a mind, it cannot be freed. Unless Bahamut simply relinquished his claim. What need has he of a broken spirit bound for the ethereal realm? Oh, that I should fall prey to the very influence I thought to purge from the land. The irony is galling. But do not assume that all my actions were chosen for me. It was my will that the Meteor Project be resurrected. Mine and none other. Yet it seems that my grand designs were destined to fail. Even the ungentle release of death was denied me. Nail, please, you must tell us more of the calamity. I must know the truth of what has befallen the world, and what has become of my grandfather, Archon Louisva. You are Louisva's grandchild. Ah, the fates are generous with their cruelty. Continue on if you would have your answers. They await you at the terminus of your path, but know that this path leads only to despair. The light of truth was ever harsh and unforgiving. Why do you say this? Grandfather will be freed once we put a stop to Bahamut's restoration, will he not? What are you not telling us? Steel yourself, child. Only unbending resolve and merciless strength can conquer what lies ahead. The weak can do naught but weep under the pall of their own misery, as did the frail child I once was. Whoa. Silence, chattering raven. Your wretched wings are broken and you shall soar no more. My crimson rune, your brilliance sears mine eyes. I recognize that voice, Averstrom, but never would he say such words. Come, let us finish what we came to do. All will be put right when the final hulk lies dormant. Grandfather will be himself again, I'm sure of it. Oh, was that his voice? Bahamut regenerates more swiftly than I had anticipated. Let us hope that disabling this coil will serve to slow the process. The display seems different, but the controls appear to mimic the mechanism we found in the Lenosian Hulk. Shouldn't pose a problem. Blah. Averstrom, forgive me. The moment I beheld Nail's transformation, hope wilted in my heart. I did not believe you could stand against the manifestation of Bahamut's power. For all your fabled strength and skill, I felt certain that I was going to lose you, just as I lost my grandfather. Even he, a man for whom naught seemed impossible, was humbled before Bahamut's might. And yet, look how far we've come. 'Tis incredible the feats of which we are capable. Our boundless potential. 'Twas the capacity for greatness I believe that grandfather so dearly wished to protect. With all that has occurred, I have come to understand that much at least. 'tis done. Shall we make our way back to the surface? Gather our thoughts? We have seen much that will benefit from Urianje's learned perspective. Oh. Snap. Grandfather, it is you. Then why? Abandon this quest, Alice. I will not countenance further sabotage of the coils. Sabotage? But we must disable the coils if we are to prevent Bahamut's revival. Your defiance seals your fate. No, you are not who I thought you were. My grandfather would never. Foolish girl. How could the White Raven allow herself to be bested by such sniveling opponents? Listen well. We all exist at the pleasure of one divine will. And the word of Lord Bahamut is absolute. Scurry back to your holes, vermin. You have been granted this one reprieve, but should you be so foolish as to crawl into my lord's domain again, I will crush the life from you myself. That light in grandfather's eyes. He has suffered the same fate as Neil. My grandsire is no more. I was naught but a phantom that profanes his noble memory. His mockery must be expunged. I will not rest until I free grandfather's soul from Bahamut's tyranny. Do you hear me, Bahamut? Your time is at an end. Eorzea and my family will be avenged. Sweet, sweet. Okay, so I go over here. Alright. So, I think I'm going to, they're probably going to have me, well, let me go ahead and talk to Alice. Yeah, let's talk to her. Truly it is wonderful to escape that stifling air, and return to Northern Thanalan again, it would appear. I must thank you, Eristum. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. But you need not tarry on my account. The danger has passed. Pray go on ahead and apprise Urianger of all that has occurred. I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I would rest here a while. Luckily, we've still got our Aetheryte tickets. Wait, when did I get a buffalo calf? I have no idea when I got that. Okay. Trying to do everything in order, so that's why I'm kind of doing this, the coil stuff. You know, I haven't reached, you know, Heavensward content yet, so, trying to do it before that. The triumphant hero doth return. and I speak of the dread task completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast a shadow which falleth now across thy brow?
Alisay's sad.
An old foe and an old friend. So, 'twas was the ethereal shadow of Master Louis Swall that Lady Alisay beheld. An unnatural conjuration enthralled the elder primal. That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men, even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature.
Oh yeah, of course, I will. I mean, you're on my friends list. If you follow me here, you'll be able to see when I'm on, honestly. Like, I try to get on every day. And I usually do like a 3-hour stream. Sometimes I do it twice a day, so.
Even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured! Such torment did she never deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if the Lady Alisay did absent herself from future forays into the coils. I have come too far to surrender to grief, your Andre. My lady, I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would first speak to the coil's late guardian, Nell von Darnus. Von Darnus was the legatus of the Garlean Empire who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did set. If thou hast heard tales of the White Raven, then it is he of whom they speak. Aye, he, I say, for Nell was for a certainty no maid. The noble house of Von Darnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Alig. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn the true nature of Dalamud, and to seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. But the crystal tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Nell to construct a far less subtle mechanism, and in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamud, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut.
He was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of bungling Von Darnus's resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was as content to have a handmaiden as a manservant. I only hope that the 2 thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Nell's words, those beloved children of whom he spoke. I assumed at first that he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we must needs remove this source of worship. Otherwise our efforts to disable the coils shall be for naught.
Forgive me for mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the primal thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire?
My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won but by a single method, the destruction of Bahamut and all that might serve to sustain him. Avistrom, while Urianger and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your inimitable talents. That we have achieved so much, I owe to you. I fear, however, that our trials have barely begun.
O time has dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louis, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every Chaldæan. Yet, when each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain protect, must we truly reach for more? So, you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secret? For the key that only you and I hold? Given our familiar propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that keys may serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them, and Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest, to whom the door should never have been opened. Okay, sweet. Maybe I'll go ahead and pick up the... Oh, I don't know, maybe it's the King Lives? Nope, that's not it. Primal Nature. Maybe it's Primal Fear? Fragments of Truth. Okay, good. It's this one. Man is wont to cast light wheresoever secrets lie hid in darkness, though that which he illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy. So it is with such unhappy truth as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forges Mistress Alice, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she has chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Avestrom, remain by her side as her valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. Oh, another cutscene? Okay. Avestrom, it is well that... Avestrom, it is well that you are here. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Urianger, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Kajno Flats even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your peerless undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean vastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dread Primal had bound the shade of Nail von Darnus unto his will, and though thou didst consign the fallen Legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayst recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. Doubt not but that Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Urianger. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. Milady, I would remind you, as I must oft remind myself, that the man whom we both love and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade, which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. You need not worry, Urianger. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in the main. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalamud. Milady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Everstrom's company? Full oft has the warrior of light set events in motion by virtue of his presence alone. 'Tis possible that he may do so again. I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, full sure am I that the path shall be revealed to us ere long. Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice. Yet I cannot deny that what you say about Avestrom is true. Very well. I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now, we seek entry to 2 fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the Burning Wall in eastern Thanalan, and the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could since have found something useful to us. Let us begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think it was. Okay. So we got a marker for our next objective, and we are good. Next we have to go speak to Mintphilly at the Rising Stones to continue that, and then the Legacy of Oleg, which is the Crystal Tower stuff, so that should be fun. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much, Nunu, for helping me so much through all of this. It meant a lot to me, honestly. Yeah, so I should be back on tomorrow, and I hope everybody who watched enjoyed this stream. Good night, everybody.